I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. We'll forever shine just to stay alive. That simple means it. Nobody can hold me man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me stick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Everybody strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Not when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, and when you're old, everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard. I just go hard. And I'm a kind of fellow. Put my trust in God. Put my trust in God. That simple means say nobody can hold me man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me stick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Yo, just show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Everybody strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Not when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, and when you're old, everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. Right now, you are tougher and still. On this battlefield, you are tougher and still. Shoulders to the wheel, you are tougher and still. On this battlefield, you are.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
Yeah. You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Ride along. Welcome to the ride, guys. Welcome to Monday on the Ride. Oh boy. Hello, everyone. Yeah. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Welcome to the ride. February Moon, how you doing, Lacey J? Yo. Pressure. Who we have inside here, Jed? February Moon, I see Lacey J. I see Carolyn Joseph. Spice Girl, how you doing? Blessed Monday to you. And you. Natasha, I see you as well. Big up yourself. Alice Gibson, big up yourself. Lovable John. Let me tell all you something. Life is a kind of precious thing. You gotta take every second and make it count, right? Every freaking second. You gotta make that count. You gotta make it feel like that your last second on earth. Yeah. Did you don't know? The Fisia, my friend, how you doing? Let me ask only one question now. Only miss me? Because who knows, this might be the last time you see me. So just bask in the moment, take a screenshot. Who knows, with all the craziness that's happening in this world, who knows, it might just be the last time that I'm sitting here in the car interacting with you guys like this. Just a lot been going on, guys. A lot of things have been going on. A whole heap of things have been going on. I wanna bring you guys up to speed, and also I wanna bring everyone up to speed with the program for today as well. How you doing, Anne? Big up yourself. How you doing? Night, Leah Fletcher, Stephanie Lessie. Yeah. So with all that's going on, guys, um, all that's going on, all that's happening, you just never know, right? I just came from Atlanta, Georgia. So on leaving Atlanta, Georgia, there was a big thunderstorm, right? And there was also a tornado that happened not too far from where I was. So it was kind of questionable if I would even make it back here, right? It was questionable if I would make it back here at this point in time to do the program. Um, got in a Uber, got to the airport, sat there. As I'm sitting there waiting to board, they said that the flight is going to be delayed because, as you could see outside, there is lightning. Lightning was striking all over the airport. We were seeing, I mean, it was in close proximity, so they had to shut down everything, right? They had to shut down everything. So I'm like, that's probably a freaking. I said that's probably a hint to me. Like, yeah, it's not gonna happen today. Yeah, this program is not gonna happen today because look, what's the odds, right? I'm in Atlanta. Boom, I get a text. There is a tornado in Atlanta, not too far from where I was. Thunder, lightning, and just all kind of thing happening. Hold on. Yeah, guess I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you, Mr. High Tech. I'm seeing you. So just stand by there for a quick second. I'll bring you in. So all of this happening while I'm in Atlanta, and I'm like, yo, is that a sign? Is that a sign? Like what? So the flight got delayed. Well, for some reason, it was delayed, but we got to New York on time. So I was able to land in JFK about 20 minutes ago, right? And as you can see, what I'm wearing is what I just left Atlanta with. I didn't even take a shower yet. Yeah, I'm serious. Showed up the jumbo jet, run straight into the car, and Lord have mercy. So I didn't know I was gonna make it here today, guys. And then I was telling you guys about what happened to me with the whole Facebook debacle. My personal account got deleted. All my accounts got deleted. I can't even create another account. And that's because of certain people been reporting everything at a post. Imagine you get up this morning and you say good morning and somebody report that as some kind of threat. And that's what been happening to me. Lynn knows. My whole team knows. So it concluded where my account is deleted, as I was telling you guys, and I'm off Facebook. So whatever's happening in Facebook, I don't even know. So Lynn, usually give me some updates as to what Glee CJ getting on with and what this one getting on with. Stephanie, yes, I show in Atlanta. Yes, I show in Atlanta, but I rode the plane and there was a lot of people there. Anyway, it's not about me today. I just wanted to say this for the people who didn't see my vlog yesterday from Atlanta, that I'm off Facebook. So if you need to contact me, you need to just like Ridealong page, and that's the only way you will be able to contact me. You'll be able to contact me at the Ridealong page. So if you have not yet subscribed to the page, go ahead and subscribe to it right now. All right. So saying live every day like it's your last day, and that is true because you just don't know yet, right? Also, we've been getting threats that this page might be unpublished. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? But in the case of the event that happening, we're gonna be doing our programming on the YouTube platform, so you guys can look at for us over there. In the event you get up on your island, see me here. Okay. Last thing before I bring on my guests, let me just tell you guys about the Mother's Day event that we're having. We're having a big Mother's Day concert, and we wanna big up all the mothers, all the mothers and fathers. This is our big Mother's Day event. I want to invite everyone. If you're going to be here, if you're in New York and you want to be a part of this event, you could get a ticket. Only 50 people in the audience, and if you want to join virtually, you could do that as well. I would like to thank all our sponsors for making that happen. We have so many sponsors: David Williams, Clark Scott, TCI. If you want to become an LPN, you want to check out TCI. Okay? Enough of me. Let's talk about my guests. My next guest, he is in Grenada. He is in Grenada right now. I'm just going to show you him a little bit. This is him right there, Mr. High Tech. Mr. High Tech contacted us just about a week or so ago and was telling us about what happened to him. I'm going to give you a little synopsis because this is his side of the story, his version of the story, what happened to him. Of course, we always say that there are always multiple sides. We're looking to get each angle of this story. So again, everyone have a story to tell. This is Mr. High Tech side of the story. This brother was at an event and he was somehow assaulted by someone throwing a bottle that caused him severe, you see, injuries to his face, as you can see right there. Right, this is him. Obviously, you can see he has bruises to his face, his eye. The brother has some facial bruises. Of course, it's very evident. There is no mistake in that. We'll take it from there, and we're gonna hear the story, what transpired. Mr. High Tech, Sir Scott, how you doing?
Good then.
You're good.
Yeah, man. Fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from what we just saw there, it looks you're doing much better. You're doing a heck of a lot.
I come in and land smoothly, man.
You're
Very
coming a lot
smoothly.
smooth.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this story is like a roller coaster. So let's start off from let's climb the roller coaster. Let's get up there a little bit. What really happened?
Well,
That landed you in the hospital. Go ahead.
Well, I went to a birthday party on the 31st of January.
Right.
That's this year at Balthazar. And while we were there, some guys were drinking. I see some guys with some blood. And I asked some questions like, why you all bleeding? And a guy told me, like, why you want to know? You understand? Mind your business. So I said, okay, fine. And then they had some drinks on the table. You understand? So I asked one of the guys for the bottle. You understand? I said, well, can I have 2 drinks from the case? He tell me, sure. You understand? He give me permission to take it. So I said, okay. I take 2 the first time and I went with it. And then I come back, I take a next 2. And then after I get to understand that one of the guy was saying that, oh, how come he could take drinks here? And then I said, I asked permission first to take the drink. That's so I take it without nobody give me any permission or so. And while I was leaving, I hear one of the guys say, well, hold him. You understand? And they decide they're going to beat me. You understand? So
do you know these guys? Like,
I never encounter with them, like say speaking with them and say like me and them is friend or anything. I never encounter with them, speaking with them.
Right. Okay. So they decided to jump you.
Yeah. So one hold me in my hand and I end up chucking out 2 of them. You understand? And then after when I heard one of his friends and them say, well, we have to get rid of him. So I said, why you have to get rid of me? And then I had a pocket knife and then I pulled it out and I had it in the air. So while I had it in the air now, that means like for it to keep away from me, you understand? As a self-defense, you know?
Right.
You understand? So as I go back on the table now, they leave me alone as I see the knife. As I go and sit down, I end up getting the bottle straight in my eye, boop. And then I fall down and then a guy from nowhere picked me up. And he told me, he say, boy, I know it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean conflict with nobody. You understand? But look, your face damage. I didn't believe him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I had a kerchief over me and thing. When I passed it over my eyes, I realized my eyes were bust. You understand? And people was telling me, oh, you have to go to the hospital now because you look you're losing a lot of blood. A girl
Right.
from Norway bring me to the hospital. You understand? She say, I know whole night you've been serving me food. You understand? You've been serving other people food. I'm gonna bring you to the hospital. Me and
Right.
my boyfriend. So I say, I'm gratefully for that. They dropped me to the hospital. When I reached to Mergo,
Mm-hmm.
they panic. When they see my eyes, the doctor who was there. She panicked and she told me, wow, you understand? We can't keep you here. You have to go down to St. George's. So, you understand? So I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay. Although she told me, take it easy, you understand? Because my pressure was going up and up and up, So
Mm-hmm.
studying that, So when about 10:30, so she make a phone call and she find out she say as the ambulance, like, how far are you all day? You
Mm-hmm.
understand? They say, well, we know in the entrance of the hospital, you understand, in St. George's, you understand?
Right.
So she said, look, we have a patient here, so he might lose his eyes. So you all have to drop, or all you have to drop and then come back quick, you understand, to bring down the next patient.
Mm-hmm.
I heard everything when she was speaking. So when I was young the night at St. George's Hospital, they did an X-ray. I didn't get my result the same night, although they told me that in the morning you will have to pay for your X-ray. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell the doctor, well, no problem, you understand?
Hold on. Let's take a pin right there in the medical procedures because that is a whole discussion all by itself. I want to go back to the event a bit, right? And the bottle pelting situation. Did you see who fell the bottle? Or
I
did
had
you
time,
know who fell
yes,
the
yes,
bottle?
I did. Yes, I did have time to see the guy.
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't know his name or anything. So what I did now to get the information from the guy, I had it to go out in the field. You
Right.
understand? So I realized that the police was taking so long. So the thing what I did now, I went out in the area and asked people if they know him. You understand? By that name and thing. They keep telling me no. There's some people telling me yes, they know him. Some tell me no. You understand? So what I did now, I remember one of his friends' name. You understand? And son name. You understand? So
Right.
I go on his friend's Facebook page and I scroll through his friends list
Mm-hmm.
and I end up finding the person and I print out the photo and I end up showing some people around Grenville
Right.
if they know him and thing, and they told me he from Telescope and thing, and then where I could find him, and so I said no problem, thanks.
Right.
And the many time as I reach up in Telescope, the first incident what met to me, somebody told me they say young fella I heard about the incident in it. As I show a lady, she say you're not the first one I get the bottle from the year from that guy. You understand? I say, what you mean? You understand? She say use the fourth one. And she say, be careful. I'm speaking to you now. I don't know if you're gonna take my advice, but the best thing I can tell you right now, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That little boy always in trouble who hit you. You understand? I never knew that. I
Right.
never knew him.
Let me bring everyone up to speed here. We're moving slow because again, this story is a roller coaster. But lol your seatbelt because we're just establishing a portion of it. Part by part. We're taking it slow. So Mr. High Tech here went to a birthday party if you just came in, a party, a event, and altercation, small altercation over drinks, which resulted in him getting a bottle to the face. And this is shortly after. Um, this is after he got dressed up and stuff like that. But it was pretty bad, and it was a huge possibility that he could have lost his eye based on where the bottle hit. You could see the impact area. You could obviously see that it was a face wound. And Scott is saying that that was just over altercation of drinks. Guys and them um, came out to like jump him, and somebody fell the bottle, and somebody hit him. Just established that the person who potentially who he saying that hit him, people know this guy as a bottle thrower. That's from what he's saying, right? People know the guy as he's a troublemaker. Um, so I want to go back again because I want to get that part of it very thorough. Did any one of the guys there stick around or try to help you, assist you in any way? Because they
Well,
they gave you permission to take the drinks. Not everybody wanted to fight with you. Some of them was actually seemed like they was friends with you, of yours.
No, they was not friends of mine. None of Only one person that was friends of mine for a very long time. I know him very long. That was OJ.
Right.
I know OJ for a very long time. You understand? Because
And do me a favor.
he,
Do me a favor. If you could, don't call no names, if possible.
yeah, yeah. All right, I
Right.
understand. Yeah.
Right. So you had one day in the midst. Did anyone stick around? Did any one of them stick around or try to help you in any way? Get to the hospital, get you
No,
assistance?
no, no, no,
You
no.
remember seeing any one of them?
Only Grenville men would try to help me and thing. That's the only thing. Grenville men, like, they assist me to go into the car to go to the hospital. That's the only thing.
Okay. All right. All right. Moving on. Move to the hospital now. So you got there. Obviously, you have wounds. What were you told at the hospital as it relates to getting X-rays and the medical assistant? What did they tell you?
Well, they told me that I go have to do a surgery, but they told me my pressure was high, so I have to cool down myself for a little while, and then if the pressure continue remaining the same, they can do the surgery on my eye. So I told them okay, you understand? So I was thinking of all sorts of things, So I saying like, oh, look, I come now, can't see anything in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
I've been walking around Grenville. People say, I'm blind, I can't see nothing. Right now, you understand? When I tell people, look, I see, because of my surgery, I do my surgery and look, I see in there. They still doubting me, I don't see in.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because
Right.
look, I was stand up by Western Union in Grenville, and a girl was telling the next person, look, I heard they beat up Mr. High taking about the party, and look, he can't see in one eye. You understand? So I said, here I am, You could have asked me the question, You don't have to prolong telling the next friend, Ask me the question in my face and tell me, you want to see something, have proof or anything.
Right.
You understand? So I did show her, and she told me, well, I'm sorry of what I told my friend that you can't see. So
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to certain people when I was in hospital. I told them, well, if they could help me, they told me, oh, they could see what they could do. One guy come to me and he told me that he's one of those girl's friend and what and what. And he tell me if I need anything, he leave a number with me. So if I need anything, I could reach out to him and he can help me,
Mm-hmm.
purchase anything. Yeah, but I never bothered with him and say like I want anything, because I had stuff, So it don't make sense at taking stuff from him and I have, because that bad begging.
Right.
Yeah, so I say, well, what's that day? And next guy come and he says the police, you understand? So he thought, I would get freed and run or something. I say, excuse me. Then he said, well, on the behalf, I help you to put in the car and thing. I don't know if you remember me. And then I say, so much people helped me that night. I tell you the honest truth, I can't remember everybody.
Right.
I stand by name, but every day somebody message me and keep telling me, oh, you have to meet me and thank me because they told me that them guy was planned to kill you. You understand?
Right.
So I want to know exactly, like, I will say to myself, oh, when I come out, I say, well, I have to go and make a report and but they already told me that stay home and relax. So I say, I can't stay home, I need to find that person, right name, and what, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why they fell the bottle at me.
Right. I want to get into the report and the police and what action was taken then. But medically now, you were asked to take some X-rays and other stuff, and you also sent me some medical information. What was the cost of the procedures that you have to do, and did you have to bear the cost that was associated with your medical treatment?
Well, if I had to put an overall cost on that to that, as I told you before that, to me, it will be until I die. Because the reason why I'm on eye drops and thing, and right now I'm not using any tablets and thing right now, so I can't count that right now. But although people tell me count it, I'll still, but I still relating, as I told you, that I'm gonna remain on that and until I die, the eye drops.
Right. What was the cost of the X-ray? And the immediate assistance that you was given and what you had to pay for?
Well, the extra I didn't pay, as I told you, I didn't pay the same night. As
Right.
I told you. Yeah.
Mhm. Who paid? Did you pay for it, or was it taken care of? How was that? How was that taken care of?
Well, I get in contact with an aunt of mine, and she come down, and they speak with her. So they told her everything and what and transpired and thing, and she leave me for a little while.
Right.
Because if you look in one of the report there, they say that insignificant, like meaning the nozzle was fractured and certain, and the eyes no contact, no vision in it, no seeing, nothing.
Right. It's saying here that it's facial nasal bone fracture of the bilateral nasal bone without significant displacement of the nasal spectrum. Adjacent sinus appeared grossly translucent and without air. Fluid level hydrated in patient with further concern. Facial or focal radiograph of the orbit.
Yeah,
Doctor term, medical term. This was some of the information that's the medical report that he
yeah,
received there. But in essence, you had to cover the cost, and it was in range, as you told me, of a well,
yeah,
it reached about like what $4,000 or so.
yeah. They say everything could come up to $4,000. Yeah,
Everything
everything, like,
could come up to four
yeah,
thousand dollars, or everything
yeah,
came up to about $4,000.
yeah. But they say around there everything could be $4,000 in all. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
surgery, everything.
Right. Okay. Let's go in now to the court and police and reporting the incident.
Yeah, as I told you, I made a report, and they told me that normally a case take around roughly 3 months to call because they had to do investigation and other things. So I said, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So I said, I waited there, and then I said, wow, that case taking too long, you know what I mean? So I said, well, let me go out and find some witnesses and who see and thing, find out some information and thing from people who saw what happened, how the guy attacked me and everything. And who come with me to the station and make statements and thing. And the last statement somebody came in to make, you understand, the police say to me that I understand that you pull a knife
Mm-hmm.
in the birthday party and you had it over your head and thing. I said, yes, I had that. Yes, it's true, I had a knife. You understand? So he tell me, do you know understand the consequences about that knife? And then I said, no. Then he said, well, the lawyer will tell you the consequences of that knife and the court day. So Wednesday gone was the court. While we were there, I heard they call my name. I go in. I put on my mask. They tell me to bring down my mask lower. And
Mm-hmm.
while we were speaking now, the guys say to me, hold up. You understand? He tell me, hold up. You understand?
Right.
So I say, all right. So he started to talk, and he was saying, oh, the reason why he threw the bottle at me because I was taking too much drinks and he didn't like it that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, Your Honor, I didn't just take the drinks from the premises just so. I asked permission first before I took the drink. And then the lawyer told me, oh, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I look, to me, like how she speak, like I look for my thing for myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, I didn't like it that when she said that.
Right.
You understand? Because somebody told me to if I did raise my hand at the same time, like in the court, and say that okay, I would have get charged the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So
Uh-huh.
she said, "Oh, in the first place, you have no reason to be there, and he have curfew." I say, "Well, yeah, when we were there, curfew didn't start as yet." You understand? She said, "Oh," she said, "Who had that birthday party?" And I explained to her, and she tell me, "Oh, so why you all there out drinking alcohol? What's your age?" You understand? She asked the guy his age, the guy who fell the bottle at me. You understand? He said 18. You understand? Then she said, "Do you know you have to bring a guardian with you or a parent with you?" So I seen in my mind like something wrong. You understand? Because I know when you are 18 years, you stand your own butt and ballot for yourself. You could stand in case for yourself. First time I hearing that, she said, in the first place, you have to be 22 to be drinking alcohol or 21. When I heard that, I said to me, I didn't know that. I said that in the court. I didn't know that. You understand? I said, well, I didn't know you had to be 21 to drink it. So I said, well, look, what's gonna happen here now? Somebody gonna get charged here. You understand? And then I heard she asked me like, where are your papers? You understand? So I said, here I have them. And the mistake I make, I had it to give her the papers itself. I didn't have to give an ex-officer to read it. I give
Mhm.
an ex-officer to read it. And then I don't know if she was calculating or whatever. Although she asked me how much time you went to clinic. I explained to her that anytime I entered into clinic, I has to pay $5 for attending the clinic to see the doctor to see for my eyes every time I went down there. So she
Oh,
asked me,
hold on. I wanna take it a little bit slow because I don't wanna leave anyone behind. A few people having problem catching up with the story, and I think we need to do a little bit of backtracking a little bit. Newman is saying, I'm confused. The guy who peeled the bottle, was he? What was it? His birthday party? Why he was so upset that he was drinking too much?
was not the guy birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
I was celebrating together with the guy. He owns a supermarket in Grenville. It's me and he and two others were celebrating because my birthday was the 26th of January
Mm-hmm.
and the girl one was the 28th and the guy one was the 31st, the owner of the supermarket.
Right.
You understand? So he said, why don't you understand, three of us, you know what I mean? Celebrate together. So I said, no problem. You understand? Because he told me, oh, you could come what and what time, and he told me to get ready. And I get ready and I went up there. I was assisting, I was cooking, helping cooking with me and two other guys.
So it was a part of putting the whole thing together.
Yeah, I was part of that.
We jump a whole portion of the story, and I think that we just have to even mention it. Even if I know that you don't want to get too deep with it, but it's something that has to be mentioned. Um, After you were hit by the bottle, you were employed. You were employed, correct?
Yeah, we're employed.
All right. Um, as a result of that, what happened? From what you understood, what happened um, as a result of you being unable to work?
Well, I get a message stating that, oh, that don't go back to work on the 15th because my sick leave up on the 15th of February. And he was saying that don't go back to work, report to so and so way, and they will speak to you. You
What
understand?
was your task? What job? What general sense? What was your role, your job obligation?
Well, I all around. I do
But you
anything.
were you were employed for a specific thing.
Yeah.
What was the specific thing? Or narrowly, just give me an idea. Why
Well,
you what
we should put it in maintenance of
maintenance?
everything. Yeah.
Okay, you were doing maintenance.
Yeah.
Um, did you advise your supervisor in adequate time that you were in an altercation and you were unable to come to work um, because of
No,
what happened?
at the time I couldn't have speak with her. and my sister passed on the message for her for me and tell her that I wouldn't make it, So I'm in hospital. Look, a guy peeled a bottle at me and I'm in hospital and stuff. And all she told my sister, it's okay, she understand.
So you never communicated with your employer, but you said your sister communicated with
Yeah,
them.
yeah, she passed on the message for me.
Did you have a sick leave? Did you present a sick leave to them? Did you let them know, like, this is your situation? Because for all intents and purposes, they could think that you abandoned the job. They could think that you
Well,
abandoned the task because you just didn't show up.
I did send in a sick leave.
So someone at your job got the sick leave,
I passed it on to my supervisor.
and so she had it. About what time span after you got hit by the bottle? How long
Not the
after?
same time.
About like how much? Weeks, months, days?
About a week and a half, I should say. A week and a half, yeah. I
Okay,
passed
about
on
a
the
week and a half. So within that week and
yeah.
a half, did they know? Were they aware that anything happened to you, or they possibly could have thought that you just abandoned the job because they wasn't hearing anything, because they don't know what happened. They wasn't there. Could they have thought that you abandoned your job, your obligation, or your responsibility?
Nah, they didn't know. They don't have it as abandon the job.
Okay. All
No,
right.
because the main thing, they get the information that I was in hospital,
Right.
and they got the sick leave in
Right.
a week and a half.
Okay. Okay, because I'm asking you these questions, right? Because as I told you, whenever we bring a guest on the program, we do some more internal research. We try to find out, we try to hear both sides of the story. What I'm hearing is from a representative or some people who are also familiar with the story. They're saying that you didn't submit it, or you submitted a sick leave very late, and they constitute you as some sort of trainee or Imani worker or some kind of sort. So I'm conflicted with what they're saying, and it's like night and day in terms of the two stories. So that's why I want to clear this whole thing up, right?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Right. So I'm trying to understand. They're saying in their counteraction to this is that, how could he say that he got fired when they didn't see him for X amount of period of time, and a sick note was presented way after? That's what they're saying. All right.
No, that is not true. They didn't see me among the time. I heard that from somebody also.
Right.
I heard that somebody went to visit me at my job and they asked for me and they said, "Oh, he's supposed to return back to work and he never showed up." That's the last thing I heard, and that was very unfair because they know the incident what happened. They supposed to explain to the person that I'm on sick leave, and such is the case.
Right. Okay. I want to take a quick break, right? But when we come back, I'll give Scott a little time because, again, this guy just been through a very traumatic experience, as I told you guys. Very traumatic experience. He got hit in the face with a bottle, right? And that is, that could constitute for a lot of different things. The trauma, dealing with it, and a lot of things could happen. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out about the employer. We're not going to identify the employer here tonight because Scott told me off air he doesn't want to do that, which I respect. But we're going to find out what happened and why he was taken off his task, relieved of his task on. We'll be right back. Don't move. You're watching Ridealong Live.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue, to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
I'd like to say thanks to all of our sponsors, everyone who make sure that support this program, to ensure that we could keep this program
You
on air.
listening?
718-701-5720 is our number. We're talking to this young man by the name of Scott, Mr. High Tech. His story is a sad one because he had a very traumatic experience where he got hit in the face with a bottle at an event, right? That was already established. Of course, it happened. There we go. We have pictures to verify that. There we go. All right. Shortly after, the young man was, of course, had to identify the people. He found out later that it was a 17-year-old kid that hit him in the face with a bottle. Their defense was that he was holding a knife. He went to court. He spent in excess of about $4,000 for his to pay for sustenance or whatever he needed for during that time period. Expenses amount to about $4,000. I'm purposely holding back the point of the judgment in this particular case, which we're going to learn about shortly. But what was alarming from his recollection of the story in this particular case is how his employer treated him, right? And is not a private employer, as he would also say. It's a government employer, right? Essentially, I want you to tell us, walk us through that part of it as much as you could, because I know you don't want to mention a lot of different things. You don't want to call no specific names, which is fine. But just walk us through again, um, how or what the employer did as a result after you reported that you were hit by this bottle. Walk us through that process and what happened after.
Well, as I told you before that, the message I got that I to come down and they will speak to me.
Right.
And when I reach, they ask me what I want so tell you. And then they say you won't be wrong, him or her no more onwards, So I said, okay. So I said, I understand. So then they say, well, I want you now to understand what's going on here. I don't want you to get vexed or anything. You understand? So I said, I don't get a reason. I don't get nothing to in a letter saying, oh, that we laying you off or something. You understand? So I want to know right now why I get laid off. I want to know the reason why I get laid off. I want to know that. Up to now this day, I don't even know. Nobody was speaking to me. Nobody was telling me anything why I was laid off. And that's my biggest concern right now. Because not to say I didn't love my job, not to say I scheming or anything. You know what I mean? Because I always get my job done. And if you call me there and you say, watch, Scott, I want you to go and do that. You understand? I will go and do it. I doesn't say I can't do it. And that, you know what I mean? That hurt me by laying me off without a reason or a letter. You understand? So sometimes when I think about it, I might say to myself, like, don't take on that. The only thing I could just do, just, you know what I mean, just cry, you know what I mean? Because you've been working so hard to accomplish certain things and then you can't reach the demands what you want right now.
Right. Who told you that you're no longer employed at that specific job? Was it your supervisor? Was it someone in upper management? Was it the minister in charge of the ministry? Who was it? You don't have to give any name, but give me a level of individual that told you that you can't work there no more.
I received a call from the youth center in Granans. They told me that they want to speak to me. They told me I will speak with a woman called
You're right. You're right.
Mrs.
That's good.
Watamata.
You don't
You
need to
understand?
mention her name. You don't need to mention her
No, I
name.
don't call him. They say Mrs. Watamata going to
Right.
speak to
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
And all what she told me that same thing that, you know what I mean, you won't be around who and who again anymore.
Hmm.
And how they speak like they don't need my service anymore.
But did they say to you, in no unclear term, that this is you would no longer be employed here? Did they give you a letter?
No, I didn't receive no letter.
No
No
letter.
letter.
It was just a call from someone who kind of gave
Yeah,
you
just yes,
a
yes,
vague kind of
yes.
response.
Yeah. That's a call I receive.
Right. Did you check in with your supervisor to find out, like, you know, or upper management, or the certain minister that you claim that was responsible for this particular ministry? Did you try to reach out to them to find out what the hell is happening?
Well, I reached out by calling and then I had no call. They don't take in my calls anymore. They don't answer anything. So to me, like I did something wrong, and but I want to know. As I told you, I want to know because I message, I call, same thing, no respond.
Right.
You understand? So and then people telling me, I mean, don't take on that. You understand? Don't cry, don't say anything. I mean? Because people tell me, oh, don't raise up this concern and thing, don't say anything. I mean? If they
Who
lay you
told you?
off,
Who told you? Who told you not to raise this concern? Because when people learned that you was coming on the program, uh, you got calls, right?
yeah, I receive a lot of calls. When I was coming onto the program, a lot of people called me and they told me that I can get arrested for calling names or saying certain things which is untrue or unlawful to anybody.
Untrue. But you
Yeah,
haven't
that
made
what it.
any. Did you make? Have you made any untrue statement that you wish to retract at this point?
No, what they say now, if I have any papers and saying that if it's not true and any photos where it's not true. So that's why I walk around with those photos in my phone or my tablet and I show people the incident what happened to me. So they could have a scene for themselves or have an idea exactly what happened to me.
Right. Someone reached
Because
out to us and they said that this guy Scott, this guy is a pathological liar. They said don't believe one word he say. We got calls from people saying that this is going to jeopardize my credibility by having you on the program. Why would I mean you wouldn't know why people would make this claim, but people make all kind of claims and whatever. But why would people not believe something so I mean, as far as what you're saying here, you have facts to back it up. But why would people not believe you in this occurrence of events or event how this thing transpired? Why you having so much pushback? You think? I
as
mean,
I told you,
of
as I
question.
told you before, I had a messed up
Go ahead.
carry with life. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't have it like say like nice growing up and everything. So some people will message me, call me and tell me, oh, keep away from them, they don't want to see me or you know what I mean? Why not your friend or you know what I mean? Because they say sometimes oh you say things to me and I want to believe certain things and sometimes I don't.
Right.
But sometimes when I show them thing by proof and then they said, okay, yeah, I seen that, yes. I verify that, yes, that happened to you.
So I think a lot of people are not believing a lot of what transpired because of your past.
Yeah, so and a lot again too. And again too, a lot of people think that I come in on your program now
Right.
to beg to I mean to beg and to get some funds or something.
Right. Um. The the job, right, that you had. We was told that it was some sort of trainee or some type of imani. It was a there was like a imani trainee. Was it was that the responsibility or your job responsibility?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Um. Guys, give me some time. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Give me some time, right? Give me some time. Let me go through this here um to try to understand this thing completely. Because from what I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, correct me if I'm wrong. From what you're saying is that you got into an incident. You went to the hospital legitimately, and you got fired.
Yeah, to me, I guess completely yes, yes, you could say that. Yes, fired because I don't receive any salary, so you come as fired.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the court. We'll go back to the court. You went to the court. They presented the case. Some sort of judgment was reached. Tell us about the decision.
Well, the decision what the lawyer make by charging the guy $1,000, that was totally unfair. Because the reason why I almost lose my eyes completely. Because
Right.
you could say right now I could lose it anytime too, because sometimes when I'm in the sun, I understand I can see nothing in that eye, very, very blurry. You understand? So right now I have to get glasses right now. I do
When you
wear
say the lawyer,
glasses.
hold on. Let me just correct this. When you say the lawyer, you mean the judge, right?
Yeah.
The judge, not the lawyer, the judge.
Okay,
Right.
thanks. Thanks for
Yeah.
the correction. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. When you're in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I'm in the sun, my eyes get very, very dazzle. You get very cloudy and everything. Sometimes I have to blink sometimes 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes when I come out in the sun and I then the cool now. My eyes just getting hot, 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 hot. You
Right.
understand? And my eyes just swell a lot right now when I'm in the sun. Because if in case like you watch me now, you will realize that I have a high and low eye right now. If you look at that.
Yeah, it look like one of your eye, one of you have like a shy eye.
Yeah, the right one, yeah.
Yeah. So the judge, um, from your understanding, the judge charged the young man $1,000.
Yeah.
That was the final decision of the court, or that was, or it was just, was it a final? Is the court case finished? Is that it?
To me, the case don't finish because
Well, if you don't
my
finish, how you know that they charge him $1,000?
well, she's saying that $1,000, and when we was leaving the court, she said that the officer will talk to you all, and then the officer asked for we number, both of us number, me and the guy.
Right.
She take his own, she take mine, and she gonna contact us. And now I receive a message from somebody saying that, look, you have to go back on the 9th of September. So I want to know now in 5 months' time, a case will be calling again.
Mm-hmm.
So that means like I don't know if the guy is like maybe like as I bring him up in court, I don't know if he's suing me. I don't know.
Right. The payments that was ordered to pay, what you're saying, was it ordered to pay to the court, or it was ordered to pay to you?
To me, is the court because they didn't say anything like mention like you're gonna pay me or so. They didn't say that.
So you're stating that your bills came up to $4,000 and they're ordered to pay $1,000. Did you present all this information to the to the judge as how you're presenting it now? Did you have any problem articulating?
I had all the papers with me. Only one I didn't have with me, and they told me it's okay. Understand? But she was, as I told you, I didn't know she was calculating or something, but her head was down and she was asking me some random questions very quick, like how much time you went to clinic? If it's 20 times, 50 times, and she was like choking something. So I don't know if it's calculator or whatever. And then she said BAP, you understand? And then one of the guys said 1,000. And then because she asked questions over and over, you
Right.
understand? She asked like questions like, are you at the birthday party and this incident just happened just so to you? And then I said, no, I explained to her the same thing what I explained to you, that I was there, I take 2 drinks, and then I come back, I take two again. And then look, the guy approached me, I don't know him, and he just decided he's gonna hit me for taking the drink.
Right.
And then she told me, look, I was in the place at the wrong time, and to me, like I look for me thing for myself.
Yeah. I just got a chance to pull up the assault and criminal harm. And guys, I'm no lawyer, and you guys completely understand that. But based on your claim that you said that it was definitely an assault, right? Um,
Yeah.
and they're saying here, whoever unlawfully assault any person shall be liable to imprisonment for 3 months, or the fine of $1,000 or both. So it um, Article 1 here basically covers the assault of the $1,000 fine. Did they make all that information available to you, or any of this information?
That information that I speak to our officer, and he told me that if I want to find out anything about it, he told me that I can go online and read up on the book, like typing it in a PDF, and I will get it. And I
Right.
did go and look for it, and I pull it up and I saw it for myself.
Right.
But then when I was reading it, then I was saying that was totally unfair.
Let me get some calls. Let me get some calls on this. I know a lot of people begging to have something to say on this story right here. So open up the phone lines. You could call on WhatsApp, or you could call on the phone line. 718-701-5720 is my number. That's 718-701-5720. A recap: if you came in real late, right? Scott just told the whole story, his version of the story as to what transpired, what happened. He was hit in the face with a bottle, and actually, what he's stating is that he got fired. Um, we got a chance to speak to someone that um, from his employer. They said that he didn't present the doctor's note at an appropriate time. Uh, they thought, or their thinking was, that Scott abandoned his position. That's what they're saying. Scott saying that he didn't abandon his position. He made them note that what happened to him. His sister told them.
Yeah.
After that, nobody wanted to take his calls. He tried a number of times, but no one would entertain his call. And that's where it is at this point in time. Also, and in addition, the court, right? The court, knowing that the pain and injuries that he sustained and the costs that involve in with all the pain and injuries that he sustained, only charge the young man $1,000. No jail time. No jail time, right?
No jail.
No jail time. Um, and that, right? So let's open up the phone lines right here. If you guys have any questions, if you're lost along the way, give us a call, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Again, we're speaking here with Scott. You also said to me something that was very interesting, and I couldn't really understand why. You even said that the minister that's in charge of there wouldn't take your call. Why is the minister not taking your call when You,
Hmm.
as far as what you said to me, that you used to always communicate with that particular minister.
Yeah, I used to always communicate with them. We used to communicate right through and things. So I try messaging and asking her the reason like why I'm fired or why I lay off.
Right,
And she don't seems to answer me. She only read all my messages. You understand? I sure for yourself, even though somebody open a message and it show all blue, they read it.
right,
You understand? But normally what people do now, they pull down the screen, they watch your message, and then they pull back up the screen. And sometimes they take out the unseen, so nobody will know if they're online or whatever.
mm-hmm.
You understand? So I seen that. You understand? I seen people do that to a lot of people. You understand? But I don't say that she do that to me in particular. You understand? The only thing I saw that my message was read, but no response and say like, oh, Scott, you won't be no longer a staff or a member or anything.
Right,
You understand? At least if I did get that or a letter or something, I would have feel comfortable and say like, thanks for the experience, I mean, I learn a lot, I mean, being around her or whatever, I mean. I
right,
even send a message to her saying thank you for getting certain drops for me and thing while I was at the hospital and thing. You understand? I appreciate that a lot, you know what I mean? She
right,
reached out to me, she buy a couple of drops for me. You understand? Because some was 80 something, 90 something dollars, and she get the drops for me and thing. And I appreciate that. So why is that day? I say, well, let me make a phone call, you understand?
mm-hmm.
So I made the phone call. I realized that my call keep going through, no response. And then, I mean, I start to feel hot and, I mean, start to break down in tears and thing. And then I say, well, I had a plan to say I'm working on, and then I can't do it anymore. You understand? Look, I lost my job. I can't rely on nothing anymore. You know what I mean? So I say, you see me, I won't say anything again. I'll just keep to myself. So while that day I come in Grenville, I come at Nawasa, and one of my staff meet me, and then they say we're not enemy. So I said, I know we're not enemy. You understand? So you don't come in and say hi. You understand? I said, yeah, come in and say hi. Just give me a minute. I come in, and they asked me like, the first thing they asked me just so, where you working? You understand? Where you working now? That's the question they're asking me now. Where you working now?
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest question everybody asking me. Everybody say, look, you understand? You were up there, you were close to a minister. You understand? Working for a minister. And look what happened. You understand? You lose your job. You
Did
understand?
did they try to place you at a different program or a different employer since you was working under the umbrella of Imani? Did anyone try to bring you in or put you on a different task?
At one point in time they wanted to put me somewhere else, but then after a time I heard that they said that they can't do it anymore because of certain things. They didn't go into detail, but all they told me that they trying hard. You understand? But then since I told them long before that I wanted to come out where I was, but then they didn't bother with me to say like they will help me or anything, but they didn't want to do that at one point in time. So I end up keeping where I am. Actually, I started working with that minister since 2018. I've been around her and I learned a lot. I could tell you, Junior, I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? She showed me love as a mother, I told you. I can tell you that, as I tell you. Because everything she has, she shared with me.
Right. But how could that relationship just turn sour so? Because I don't understand in that part.
that I want to understand for myself because I saying to myself, you understand? I wonder if anybody trying to like come and take my job or they trying to skrill at me to get at her and I mean to go and work for her and thing. Because I know a lot of people in Grenville tell me, you're the first young man get the opportunity to work alongside with a minister. You understand? And I liked what you're doing, you understand? I like what you're doing, you understand? You're doing your job good. You understand? You're making sure that she get all she work done and thing. And I like that about you. You understand? So and then I saying to myself now, if I've been doing all that work, you understand, why no? You understand? Right? You understand? Why no I get laid off?
Yeah.
Without a cause or without a reason. You
I mean, I
understand?
said it. I mean, I said it. And that is
You
the same how I
understand?
feel in there. I feel in
That
everything
was hurting that
else.
was hurting me. You understand? That my biggest thing right now too. You understand? My first thing with my eyes, you understand? Because I thinking every day if I would go totally blind, I thinking all of that too. You understand? Yeah, certain nights I don't even sleep good because of the pain I'm getting with the eyes. When I'm talking to you there right now, my eye hot, where
Right. I still have the offering. I still offering up for persons, individuals who wants to call us. This is the number right there on the screen. 718-701-5720. And I want to say this, right? I want to say this. I want everybody to be very clear on this because while we're talking, I'm getting whole set of WhatsApp messages. As always. That's how we go, right? Um, everybody has a story to tell, right? And it takes a strong person to come and share their story. And sometimes people don't share their story, and that get brushed aside and never to hear from before.
yeah, true.
Here's what I understand from this story as well. It seems like Scott has some rotten oranges in his bag. He probably pissed off a few people in the past. He probably told some little white nibbles on people before in the past, right? He probably did. He probably had a little issues before. That's the feeling that I get. But it seems some of the things that he's stating right now, I cannot independently verify and validate everything that he's saying. That's why everyone have a story to tell, and this is him sharing his story. But you can't deny the fact that he got hit in the head with a bottle and he's no longer working right now. And that is the part I don't understand. And what caused that quick change in relationship with someone that he deemed as a mother figure to him. Why did that relationship change and get sour so quick? That's kind of where I'm kind of not quite understanding.
Yeah, that hurt me.
Yeah.
When I tell you that hurt me, it real hurt me, you know?
Did you have you worked from since that day or that time to now? Are you working? Are you
Well, actually, I'm doing a little work now. I don't know how long that it's gonna be for, but I trying my best to see if I could keep it
Mhm.
and hoping that they keep me where I am right now.
Right? All right. I'll put one more appeal out there. If anyone wants to have anything to say, give me a call. 718-701-5720. We're making it available to talk. People say they have a contradictory story. Then let's hear it because I want to hear it. I think we got a call. Let's take this call. Hey, call, are you live?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Junior. I know the young man, right?
Yes.
This young man seems to be a young man that I know for a while.
Uh-huh.
He's a pleasant young. You know, everybody has the ups and the downs, but what I'm saying is, if he was hit by a bottle, the court has all right to give him some form of compensation.
Right.
Right, one. And two, what I want to ask him concerning the job. did he drop in the sick leave after the sick leave was up or during the sick leave? Because
During the time that he was sick.
during the time he was sick, because sometimes it tends to be like, okay, then somebody might see him on the street and know he's on sick leave,
Right.
but knowing that he comes out and trying to do his personal business, whereby to drop off the sick leave to the employee, and they might still bring some form of news on him. Because
that's true.
But what I'm saying is, if he dropped in the sick leave within the time of the
when he was sick.
or that shouldn't pose a problem. But then the next thing is, if he had informed, as he said, his sister had informed them that he was hit by a bottle and he was in hospital, I don't see, there's no justification there why he should be terminated or laid off. There's something definitely wrong.
Oh, we're trying to crack that.
On both ends, I think they're dealing with him really unjust.
Yeah.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. I'll pose a question to him and he's going to answer it on the live. But thanks again for calling.
Okay.
Someone who said that they know you personally.
Yeah, I know the person who just called in. I know the person very personally.
Right.
Yeah.
What point did you drop off the sick leave after when you got well, or did you drop it off during the period of time that you was sick?
Whilst I was sick, I sent in the sick leave. As I told you, I sent in the sick leave a week and a half because I had to stay home and stay away from the sunlight for a little while. And we heard again from the community and again too, and in Tongue of Grenville, people saying that I take too long to send in the sick leave. You shouldn't make a week and a half.
Right.
So they're telling me that it could be that what caused me to get laid off and stuff too.
We got another call. Let's take this other call on the live. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Hey, good night. Go right ahead. You're live. Ridealong.
Yes. Junior, the situation with the young man. Yes.
Hold on. Could you hear? Scott, could you hear the caller?
Yeah. I know who it is too. Yeah, I hear that clearly.
Caller, go right ahead.
Yes. It is not a situation where anyone would have judged him on his past.
Right.
This gentleman was given chances after chances. Up until this morning, his boss would have received messages from someone stating, well, he would have sent the messages to that person and the person forwarded to the boss.
Right.
Stating that he has co-ownership of that particular business, when in truth and in fact, he has no ownership whatsoever. Nothing. He has no idea how the lady started her business. Now, when he's stating that he tried to reach out to the boss and he wasn't getting a response, in truth and in fact, everything that was sent to the boss was via messages, even the sick leave. Everything was sent via messages. Persons were trying to get in contact with him and nothing. He wasn't answering his phone. Even when they asked his sister, she was really saying, oh, she was not sure what happened. And then the incident he was really talking about, where he got hit with the bottle in his face, he had stated that he went with his boss to that birthday party when this was not true.
Well, hold on. I understand that there are little particulars that we're looking at and we nitty-gritty in the whole situation. But are we denying the fact that he got hit in the face with a bottle?
No, we are not denying that.
Okay, so he got hit. Whether he went with this one or that one or the other one, the fact remains that he got hit.
I want to know where that's coming from too. Yeah.
Right? Yes. Okay, caller?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the fact. He got hit in the face with a bottle, correct?
That is the fact.
Okay, good. Okay, let's move to the second part.
Saying that he got fired because of that.
Okay.
That is really not true.
Okay. To your knowledge, caller, why did he get fired? Why did he get fired?
Exactly. I want to know.
For that, I am not too certain. But
Okay.
if you go to the various places where he would have worked
Right.
and you listen to all that they told you, it's not them say, they say. But if you go to the various places, Junior, you would get a very good idea of this young man.
Yeah, I
To
understand.
go so far that whatever they spoke about on work,
Right.
even bad talking his boss, all this type of stuff,
Yeah, I
it got
understand all of
back
that
to
stuff.
his boss.
I understand. I so understand what you're saying, right? But I don't want to muddy the waters because that's what we're doing. We're
Mm-hmm.
muddying the waters with his past and what actually happened. Somebody could be a criminal in their past life, but they walk down the street and somebody hit them with a
Mm-hmm.
baseball bat behind the head. Did they not get hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat, or did it was a criminal before? It doesn't. We can't muddy the water and say, okay, because he's a criminal, he didn't get hit or hit as hard in the back of his head with a baseball bat. The fact is, if we follow the true trend, right? If we are just trying to follow the story, he got hit. He's no longer working,
Mm-hmm.
right? He got hit.
Yes.
He's no longer working, right? There's a correlation between those two things. Why is he not working? Is it because that he got hit and he couldn't work? He couldn't show up at time? Did the sick leave get presented on a timely fashion? Did it not get presented on a timely fashion? Those are the two things I'm trying to understand
Yeah,
because
now I want to know too.
it's muddy. We can't muddy it with his past. Say he was the biggest liar in Grenada, right? Let me give that. Okay, he was the biggest whatever in Grenada. That does
Mm-hmm.
that negate the fact that what happened to him and what actually happening now? Does that change the fact?
No.
Right. Okay. So that's all I'm trying to understand. Right. I understand. I'm getting texts. I'm getting messages. People say that he does lie a lot. People say he does do this a lot. People say that he did this before. People say that I should never even have to talk to this guy on the ride along because I'm jeopardizing my credibility. I'm getting this. I understand. I
The
understand
thing
this
about
stuff.
it is that my thing about it is that I'm not saying nobody's saying that you shouldn't talk to him.
Right.
But most persons are saying that, hey, oh, you're criticizing the gentleman, you're running down the gentleman, you're bringing up his past. Why don't you really say why he was fired? Stop running him down, stop doing all that. But
Right.
my thing about it is that we want him to say, yes, a lot of persons, even under your life, know why he was fired. This has nothing to
I
do
want to
with
know
the
why. I want to know why
Yeah,
he was
I want
fired.
to know why too.
If everybody under the live know why he was fired, I want to know because I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Let him tell you. He's not telling the truth.
Okay, which part?
I don't.
Which part? Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
Junior, I don't know why I was laid out. I don't know that. I up to this day asking people questions over and over who meeting me all around Grenville, Tongue, Granans, and thing. I want to asking people the same thing over and over. Why did I get laid off? And they never answer me. They don't telling me. Up to this morning, I speak to my supervisor. Yes, and I speak to her about the question, about the same thing over and over. She don't give me an answer too. Nobody don't give me an answer. All what she said that I was not out out of the program, whatever. She tell me all what she said they're looking for replacements. That's what she said. She looking for replacements, and she said, "Well, replacements, it's hard to find right now, so I have to hold on." So I'm waiting.
But if you
I'm
know,
waiting, but
he was called in a meeting and they spoke to him, that is the thing.
the thing is, I didn't have to go down to the meeting just to hear that I won't be wrong, so and so, and you understand anymore, or and all. So that mean like how they have it, like they don't need my service anymore. They don't want me around them. They don't want to see me because up to this day, nobody calls me and say like, "Oh, hi, take how you feeling?" You know what I mean? How things going? Yeah. Nobody don't calling me and say nothing to me. You understand? Nobody just saying, "Look, you know what I mean? I will come and visit you and see how you're doing." I think, you understand? Nobody never showed up at me and saying anything to me up to this day. You understand? All the way I go, all the people saying, you understand? Look, you know what I mean? Look, you've been working for a minister and look what happened to you. You understand? Just so that is telling me, look, it was all up there. You understand? Look, all young men now or young lady looking to work with a minister and they never get the opportunity. Look, you get the opportunity to work with a minister. As I told them, I never asked to work with a minister. You understand? You understand? Yes, the minister take me as a son, as I told you. If she has anything, she will share it with me. You understand? And as she always say, you understand? Do good and good will follow you. And she always say, do with a willing heart and accept nothing in return. So I always look up to her as a mother, as I told you. I will never disrespect her, and I will never, as I told you, I will never do it. If
Right.
anybody come and they say anything bad about her, you understand? I will just listen them and I won't comment and say, oh, I don't like her, I don't this, I don't that. I never do say something. You understand? You know how much people when I did sometimes by I walking, some people taking pictures of me and telling me, oh look, you understand? Look what they're making you do, kind of thing, you understand? I don't telling them nothing, I don't making no confusion, I don't making no noise in nobody. You understand? I doing exactly what she tell me to do, and I has no problem in saying like, oh, you understand? I can't do that. I will say, oh, you understand? Why now you could tell me do that? I don't say them thing to her. You understand? I never get her no backward and say. She can explain that to you. She could tell you that. You understand? Yeah, sometimes you understand when I get upset. You understand? I don't say like, I don't want nobody tell me anything right now. You understand? That want me head real hot. You understand? Not to say like I cause obscenities or anything. I don't do them things.
Right.
And my biggest concern, I want to know like why I was late off.
Yeah.
And they saying I know the reason and I don't know the reason.
Yeah.
People telling me contact my supervisor, she will tell me the reason why, and she doesn't tell me. So I don't know.
Right. And you're willing to work, right? You're willing to start back?
I willing to work any day, anytime they call me.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I told you, I had a lot of plans for my mom. Yes, I had a lot of plans to do. I said down, I will say I will do that for this year coming. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then you understand, I look that hurt me. Look, I can say, well, oh, I could start it again. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
No, I can't think. I can. You
Yeah,
understand?
I understand. There's a lot more that have done, and those things that would be done going forward, it will be done off air, because I think that essentially what you want is to get back out working. We got another call on the line. Caller, go right ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Junior.
Go right ahead, Diane. How you doing?
So I'm good. I'm good. My feet hurts, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say I feel terrible for this young man. I mean, everyone has a past, especially he looks very young. I don't think he's even past a good 23 yet.
No, man. Past
And
23 already.
He passed
is
23. He passed 23. He passed 23.
really well,
Yeah.
he is well.
No,
I
man.
feel terrible hearing his story. People
Right.
have past, they've dealt with stuff in their lives. And sometimes people have not had the opportunity to go past those hurdles. They have not had counseling. They have not had big brothers who of dads in their lives, or they come from broken homes. And as you hear
That's
him
true.
saying over and over and over, he looks up to this lady, this minister. Yes, he might be, he might have done some difficult thing. Maybe he's a pathological liar. I'm not saying yes, those are his cases, but I see a lot of people saying these things.
Yeah.
But to just fire someone like that, you need to give dismissal letters. First of all, he went
Exactly.
through a traumatic situation, Junior. He got cracked with a bottle in his face. Comments were made of, let's kill him. He ended up with a bleeding eye. He had surgery. He was laid up in the hospital. The whole point is, he even says the minister came to him and bought 2 of his eye drops. So it's no secret where he was. He wasn't on an island having a good time. He was in a hospital.
Right.
So
Yeah,
how do you just go about just fire the employee now? And then everybody, is like all of a sudden, oh, they start looking back at his past. He was a little bad John. He's a liar. He say he's an engineer. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
If you want the employee to act in a mature way, you act in a mature way. Your office needs to act like the professional. And I feel bad, and I'm going to make an appeal to the minister and her staff. If you're listening to me, yes, I'm one of Ridealong staff. Can you please relook into rehiring Scott? You know, maybe call him in, reprimand him a little bit, you know. But you can't just fire people like that. Come on.
Right.
So this is my take for the evening here. Putting all joke aside, I really thought the lady who just called had a lot more to say.
Yeah.
But even her seems like she's hushed about what she wants to say. Maybe she has a gag order or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's sad that you have someone at home. He looks like he looks up to the minister. He looks like he sees her as a mother figure in his life, and she failed him. Here's another case that we've done again, wherein the professional or the boss who you seem to be, I finally found that parent figure. And now one day I wake up and you just tell me go home, not an explanation, nothing. No. We need to do better than that. So I wish him all the best.
Yes.
And I
thanks.
hope that they can revisit his situation and possibly consider rehiring him.
Okay. Thank you so much,
All
caller.
You're welcome.
Tian Fraser.
Thanks, Junior.
All
Have
right.
a good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Bye.
All right. So, whatever else needs to be done on this particular story, I think it needs to be done off air. Because yes, you have a past. Yes, you probably did things. Yes, I mean, everybody have a past. But that shouldn't constitute being treated in a way like you are alien or something like that. I think people should still hear your side of the story. That's why I brought you onto it. I wanted people to hear your side of the story.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't take lightly to threats. So I mean, we get every guest that comes on. There are people that telling us why we're bringing that guest on. There haven't been a guest that I brought on that didn't get a call. What are you bringing him on for? He's gonna bring it on your show. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. That's not. If I listen to everybody who actually told me that, I would have no guest whatsoever. So I like to hear people's stories. I like to give people the opportunity to tell their stories, and for someone to build a strength to even come on to the world, because you ain't even only speaking to Grenada. Everybody, the whole world watching you, and people will go back and watch this again. Right, I think it's important, and yes, the strength that you took, the tenacity and strength to come on and share your story. It takes a lot to do that. A lot of us cannot do that. Look, people can't even call. People can't even call on the phone line, but you here and you putting everything at risk to come and share your story. So everything going forward from here, it will be done off air. We're gonna call the minister privately, speak to them, and see what could be done to get some answers and possible reinstatement, if that is something that you desire. We'll try to.
So I will be in that call too, eh?
We will try to get some reinstatement. We'll keep you abreast of as to where the conversation going. But there are some questions that we need to answer, and we do have a whole set of people in the back. Like we have Kibbs, and we have Deanne Fraser, we have Wendy, we have Lynn, we have Winsome. All these people, they're working on things in the back. So we're gonna work this story from off air and try to get some answers. But Scott, thanks for coming on to sharing your story to the world. And I understand why you choose to come on, because you've been getting calls for the whole day.
Yeah, whole day people are busy. Yeah. Because people telling me, oh, don't go on the program, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't speak about it, because they want me to keep it to myself, because
we get that. We get that a lot. But we're gonna continue to talk. Any closing statement from you, Scott?
Well, my closing statement is, as I told you, is that I want to know the reason why I was laid off, That's my biggest statement now. And I will say thanks for being on the program, because, you know what I mean? Because to me, I learned a lot from being on that program. You understand? So you will know who is for you and who is not for you. I learned that today. You understand? Because of some of the comments I read and I see for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand it so well. So we will continue to work the story from the back end, Scott, and we'll keep you in touch as to where we go next with this. All right. But thanks for coming on, and braving the high waters. high seas
Yeah.
to come on and share
Yeah,
your
man.
story. Appreciate you. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, blessings.
All right. Yeah, guys. So that was Scott. Everyone have a story to tell, and I learned that you see that statement is a very powerful statement, right? Everyone have a story to tell. Yeah, when we say everyone, we mean everyone. Everyone have a story to tell. Everyone have a story to tell, and we don't segregate and say, okay, well, this one supposed to have a story, and this other one ain't supposed to have a story. Everyone have a story to tell, and we want to hear the story. Sometimes we just have to take a one step back a little bit and just kind of just listen to people speak, and you will see even the person that is the worst person that you deem the worst person on the face of the earth, they have a past that got them to where they are, right? People don't just burn and they just go big. So people go through a process. They have to, there are challenges in people's life that turn them into the person that they are right now, the personality that they are right now, right? Why people do things, they don't just do it and say, I'm doing this. So no, it things experience shape somebody's life. So before we look at someone's past or present, we have to look at the past and the journey into life. The biggest thief on the face of the earth, if you listen to his story, he will tell you why he's thieving. The biggest prostitute on the face of the earth. Facebook might block me for this, for saying this too. She have a story too. She got there because of something that got her, that led her to that point. And it doesn't mean because someone have a past, that mean that person is bad, that person supposed to be alienated. Nah, because if we do that, right? If we do that, think about all the good people that we would not mold out of situations. We have to listen to people's story, guys. I remember the very first time I brought a transgender individual, and this had nothing directly to do with his story, but the first time I brought a transgender person on the program. You know how much cost I get? I get cost. Yeah, people are still watching Ridealong because I brought a transgender person on the program. All people were saying, Junior Judge, you and this, that, and never watching Ridealong again. So what? A transgender individual is not a person too? Yeah? Why are you trying to tell me that I should only conform to what you like, what you want to see, what you want to hear? It's not going to happen like that. Life is not like that. Life is a mixture of everything, good, bad, ugly, everything. That is life. Yeah, that is life. And I get it all the time, guys. I like stories when we could go a little bit deeper and unmuddy the waters and just see clearer now. Just see clearer now. Check out all the things. George Floyd, they shoot George Floyd. Next thing you hear, he was smoking weed. He was doing this, he was doing that. But that doesn't mean that he deserved to die like a dog, right? All right, that's all I will say about this. Everyone have a story to tell. Everyone have a story to tell. If you have a story to tell and you could brave all the waters and come here and tell it, I go take you up and sit here and be very objective about the conversation. I'll listen to you. You have a story, you have a reason, you have a right to share your story. And to everyone that watch and always have an objection to our guests, I appreciate you too, because you serve a unique purpose, right? I'm not going to alienate you, because then I wouldn't be true to what I'm saying, right? You serve a purpose, just like how he serve a purpose. I serve a purpose. Everybody have a purpose that they serve. So people who said, I would never watch your program again because you brought Scott on the program, I empathize with you, because we have a lot of nice program coming up. We have a lot of nice program coming up. And I know you just peak. You log onto another fake account and you're watching still. I know you just do it. That's true. That's true. They just lie. God, they just lie. I'm telling all you. I ain't never watching you again. Huh? How much time will you say that? Lynn? Anyway, guys, it's not a joke though, but just Cool to pick some fun out of everything. Get a little laugh a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. I have to run to Brooklyn. Don't forget the Mother's Day show. The Mother's Day show. I can't say it enough. The Mother's Day show. The Mother's Day show. I want everybody to get a ticket for the Ridealong Mother's Day show. The tickets are only $10. $10 if you go in the virtual, right? There's a virtual ticket that you could get if you want to be on the Zoom. So the $10. If you want to go to the venue, get drinks and food and all that stuff, it's $50, right? And that's Mother's Day. All right. Okay. That's it. I'm done. I can leave now. I can leave now. Thank you. I'm looking for the ad. Where's the ad? I want to. Nine, 4, 5. Oh, damn it. Sorry. You hear me now? You hear me now? You hear me now? And not forgetting one last thing, the Mother's Day show coming up.
This one is for mommy. You play your part and you still playing your part. I love you from my heart, boy. You lost some love, your body. Put it till you depart. This one's from my heart. So I can do what we from every week in the water, you live up on the dream. You are the queen of the kingdom, you never forsake on a wheel. Dream so work so hard and get my mother happy. This one's for you, mommy. You come me before I want me for strong. Before I voice me for song. You are the one that hold me. You are the roots that held me down down. My temper was your concern. Up to now it's still your concern. All when things get out of hand, you taught me to be the bigger man. Walk light, talk less, stay humble. Keep your eyes on the bright young man. These were the words that set the platform and helped turn me into that man. 12 years old, I remember wiping tears from your eyes and into my life. I said the next time you cry, that's to be tears of joy.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference. Caribbean food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight.
Oh yeah.
Are you fed up of your mask or your foggy face shield? Introducing the Fashion Shield from callallpronow.com. Keep your hairdo intact, your makeup flawless, and be fully protected. Get the Fashion Shield now. Call 516-387-4246 or visit callallpronow.com.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
We are survivors. We will survive. We will survive. We are firm believers. We'll forever strive. just to stay alive. That simple means say nobody can hold we. Nobody can drain our energy. Nobody control we. We will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold we. Nobody can drain our energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Yo! Ride along see strength. No weakness. Show we a lion power. Yo, ride along, Junior. What go on, my brother? Enough love. Enough honor, enough manners. Blessings. You understand? What you're doing for the music and for the people. Continue doing the thing here, my brother. One love, one Caribbean, one people, one nation. You understand? Blessed love. Much appreciated. Yeah? When that's a pharaoh, oh, everything I fumble.